Welcome back to the 3D playbook. So in today's lecture we will model this three-way pipe in Autodesk Inventor 2027. This is how it looks like. See, let me just show you. It is hollow from the inside and there is a hollow section. This is a drawing sheet for this part. Let me just show you. Let me just undo that and show you the whole sheet. Okay, so these are the four views for this part. Look, bottom, front, and there is top for this pipe. So let's go make this. Control and select the standard template. Start 2D sketch, and there are three planes, XY, YZ and ZX. So I will choose YZ plane. You can choose any plane. Let's start from the front view. There is a disc, a circular disc feature. So I will just simply select a circle, dimension the circle as given 100mm diameter. Finish sketch and select extrude and turn this sketch into 3D object, and the extrusion will go to 10mm as given in the drawing sheet. Let me just turn this view cube and set this first to top, so the opposite will be the bottom. Set front view as top. Okay, let me just see in isometric view. Okay, in bottom view you can see there are 6 holes, through holes at PCD 80mm. Let me just zoom in and show you. At 100mm diameter, the PCD of 80mm and 6 holes. So I will just simply select this face and create sketch. Let me use project cut edges so I can just simply stick. Let me give dimension to the circle for the PCD 80mm, and I will just simply choose an axis, a vertical axis. Y will be the vertical axis. Let me just select these sketches and turn into construction. Let me select a point and place a point where it is intersecting the circle. Let me finish sketch. Let me select the hole and simple hole, and I will just simply select the diameter, through hole, and the diameter is 10mm. Okay, now I want 6 holes at this circular feature, so I will just simply use pattern, selecting hole and direction. Okay, 6 holes. Okay, now go back to the drawing sheet. Let me just set the view first, isometric view, and go back to the drawing sheet. Now we will make this pipe. The dimension for this pipe is given in this section. 60mm diameter is the dimension for this pipe, and it is going upward in 100mm. Let me just create sketch here. Let me select a circle and place a circle at the origin and give dimension. Let me select dimension 60mm and finish sketch. Let me extrude to the height. Let me just extend this to upward. Look, it is positive, so I will just simply add 100mm. So back to the drawing sheet. Okay, we should not do that way, so let me undo that, Control Z, and we will do this from the XZ plane, because We want to create this hole, radius 40, and the inside one is 60 millimeter diameter and 3 features at the circumference. So the extrusion will go to 80 millimeter, and it is at 100 millimeter from the bottom. Just let me start 2D sketch and choose XZ plane. Okay, let me create a circle at the top of this feature, radius 40. Okay, let me give dimension to the from the center of this radius and the bottom, and it is 100 millimeter. Let me finish sketch, select extrude, select this circle, and I will choose symmetric so it can go in both directions. Okay, 80 millimeter. Now it's time for creating these little features, so I will just simply, okay, so for these circular features, which are 3, let me select extrude and make this first next to the next surface. Okay, it is going to the next surface. Okay, let me just see in isometric view. Now the diameter is 60 millimeter and it is a through hole. Look, from both directions it is a through hole. So I will just simply create sketch at the surface. Simply select a circle. So we need project geometry. Okay, we have a point here, and I will just simply place a circle at the origin of this projected circle, and the dimension for this internal diameter is 60. Let me extrude, select the internal circle, and I will just simply select through all and cut. Okay, look, let me just show you, it is a through hole. Let me go back to the drawing sheet. Now it's time for these tiny features, 3 features at the circumference of radius 40, radius 10, and the inside is 10 millimeter diameter. Let me create sketch here because it is starting from this surface. Let me project geometry so we can stick our sketch to the circumference. Let me just choose axis first. Okay, and the circumference. Let me turn all of these into construction line. Let me draw a circle vertically. Okay, let me give dimension. From the center it is 50 millimeter given in the drawing sheet. Let me select this. We need this as projected, not construction. Okay, go back to the drawing sheet, and 10 millimeter is the inside hole and it is a through hole. Let me just give dimension to this, 10 millimeter. Nope, we will just make radius first. 10 is the radius, so diameter will be 20. Okay, the inside one is 10 millimeter. Let me control Z. Let me select again circle and 10 millimeter. Okay, diameter and 10. Okay, let me just select a line and close the sketch. Okay, fully constrained. Let me just trim the unnecessary area. Okay, let me control Z. Let me select trim again and this. Okay, let me finish sketch, select extrude, and the thickness is given in top. You can see it is 10 millimeter. So I will just simply select extrude this feature and 10 millimeter. Okay, so in pattern we will choose the circular pattern, so we can equally divide this feature to the circumference direction, and the amount is 3. Now it's time to make this feature. 20 millimeter is the thickness. Look, it is bottom and top, it looks like this. 100 millimeter is the circle to circle, and radius 30 is the major diameter. So let's go make this. It is away from the 100 millimeter from the center, so we will just simply choose the plane for this. Let me just select plane, and we will just offset from the XY. Let me offset from plane, and the XY plane, it is 100 millimeter. Okay, this one, we will make this one, so both are identical. So let's start creating from this face. Create sketch here. Let me project geometry so it will help us with sticking our sketch. Let me draw a circle equally in the center, and it is at 100 millimeter from the bottom. Look, 100 millimeter, and it is drawn from the center. Look, let me select other circles like this. Let me give dimension the 100 to each from one circle to another, and divide 100 divided by 2, so equally. Okay, 50. Let me now give dimension. Go back to the drawing sheet. Radius 30 is the big circle, this one, so it will be 30, not 30 but 60. 30 into 2. Okay, 60 millimeter. Let me just align these little circles with the internal one, the center one. Radius 15 is the internal, diameter 15 is the internal, and the outside one is radius 15. Let me just type 30, and also 30 for this. Let me choose another circle, and it will be the radius. Okay, I choose equal constraints, so I will apply dimension to one circle. The corresponding will choose automatically. Okay, 15. Let me just draw like this. Okay, let me use tangent. Select this line and also this circle. Let me select a line again and draw like this. Let me choose tangent, this line to this circle, and also this circle to this line. Okay, let me draw a line in the middle, so we don't need to draw these lines again. We will just simply choose mirror. Choose mirror, and these two lines which are tangent to the all circles. Okay, let me finish sketch. Now the extrusion is given here 20 millimeter from bottom, you can see. Okay, let me select extrude. This sketch, this, we will select all of these sketches, not internal one, but we have messed our sketch. Okay, 20 millimeter diameter. Let me cancel and clean our sketch first. Let me go back to the sketch. Let me trim the unnecessary lines in order to clean our sketch. Let me select this line, turn into construction, and also these. Finish sketch. Now we will use extrude. Select this face, this, and also this to the 20mm as given in the drawing. Okay. Now it's time for another feature which is given here at this position. The both are same, identical. So let me just first turn the visibility off for this plane. Let me create sketch here and complete our pipe to the. Let me project geometry, select a circle. The inside diameter is 50. Finish sketch. Let me select extrude this to next this body. Let me select OK. Let me just show you, look, it is intersecting with the next body. Fix to distance and fix to view. So this is our home view. Okay, now it's time to make this one at the top. It is at this one 100 plus 70, 170mm. We will choose a plane and offset the plane to 170mm. The reference is the bottom. Let me select this plane. In the upward direction it is going in negative, so I will just simply put minus 170 and press OK. Let me right click and auto resize. Create sketch here. Let me project geometry for the reference dimensions 190mm, and look, it will be 90 from the center. Let me give dimension from the center and it will be 90. Look, 190 is the overall length, so means we are going good. Let me give dimension to this. Radius 30 is the overall, the big circle. Radius, okay, diameter 60. Let me select a circle the way we did earlier. Let me select equal constraint and both circles are equal, aligned with the origin. Let me give dimension and it is from one point to another point 100mm, and from 1 to the mid 50mm. Let me type 50 here. Okay. Now let me give dimension to this one, 15 into 2, 30mm, and the inside one we will choose 15mm diameter given in the drawing. 15. Okay. Now again we will do the tangent lines and then we will mirror. Let me select tangent to this circle and this line to this, also with the other circles. This line to this one. Okay. Let me select a line and draw again, and also to that face. Let me select tangent also to this circle, this to this. Okay, fully constrained. Let me trim the unnecessary area. Let me finish sketch. We choose 170, so the extrusion will go to the down. Select this and also this one, and the extrusion will go to 20 mm in the downward direction. Now it's time to make pipe joining this overall. We'll choose the mid plane XZ. This is the most suitable plane. Let me slice graphics so we can see it easily. Visibility off for this plane. Project geometry, project cut edges. It will automatically select all of the cut edges. Now in this section we will choose a line starting from this point to from the center point to this point, and all the way look like this. Now let me choose fillet here, fillet of 40. Let me finish sketch. We will just make the 50 mm diameter, the outer diameter for the pipe first, then later we will draw the inward one. Circle. Let me give dimension to this 50 mm. It is already in the center, so let me finish sketch. Let me just rotate and show you. Okay, we will use sweep for this. Let me just rotate this geometry. Nope, not like this. Let me cancel. Let me select sweep again. This geometry, and this is the arc. It's okay if it is crossing all the way to another section. We'll just simply choose OK and join. Okay. Now what to do? Create sketch here. Because we want to cut, we want to recover the internal diameter, so I will just simply project and extrude. We'll use cut here. Cut. Okay. Look, we have recovered it. Now this time we will apply the internal, this one. The same path we will use for the sweep. Let me project geometry and coincident circle here. Let me give dimension. The internal diameter was 40. Finish sketch. Let me choose sweep here, and okay, we have to show the path from the tree browser. Let me cancel, go to the tree browser. Where is the sweep? This is the sweep, and we will share the sketch. Let me share sketch. Okay. Now we can easily choose the line for the path for the sweep. Select this, and where is the path? Curve or edge? This is the curve, the path. Let me select cut here. It will cut this. Let me choose OK. Now we have to draw another hole here. It is extending. It's okay. Don't worry, we will make this. Let me just rotate. It's okay if we are not finding. We have to draw another sketch. Let me project geometry. It will project the inside one. Let me choose extrude. We can also extrude this because it is straight. Let me choose sweep and this path and select cut. It will surely cut now. Okay, look, it has cut now. Let me turn the visibility off for the sketch. So this is our pipe. Three-way pipe. You can also say that it is manifold for the water. Let me select the material for this gold metal. Okay, it looks so good now. Let me select and realistic. Let me turn back to the shaded with edges. Let me just rotate and show you. This is how it looks like. Hope you liked it and enjoyed it. Just comment down your suggestions for what should we make in the next video. You can also suggest me the ways, what ways should I try the model. Thanks for watching.